Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about dealership sales because we just had the Black Friday sale, and so we're going to talk about if it's actually a sale or not. Before we get into the video though, as always, if you can save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. If you see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post this content every single day. Let's get into it. So chances are, if you have been paying attention to dealership / automaker advertising, you've probably seen that there are some big sales going on, right? The big Black Friday sales that start just before Black Friday and then typically end at the end of November. And, you're probably wondering, is this actually a sale? Am I actually able to get a better deal? And the answer is kind of. So on the manufacturer side of things, Black Friday deals or just other deals in general are actually legit, because what manufacturers will do is they'll offer, maybe a rebate where you're getting some discount on a vehicle, and that rebate is being subsidized by the manufacturer. It's not being subsidized by the dealership. So that's like actual discount that you're getting that the dealer is not paying for. Or maybe they'll buy down the interest rate, right? Subvented rates are really popular right now with manufacturers, and so during a Black Friday sale or any other type of sale, they'll just offer lower interest rates on brand new product, or sometimes even certified pre-owned product as well. Or I've even seen manufacturers offer credits towards accessories on vehicles as well, just anything to try to entice people to buy. So if it's the manufacturer advertising that they're giving some sort of Black Friday deal, then understand that, yeah, it's actually legit. Like, the manufacturers are actually giving a better deal than what they would normally give. But what you also need to understand is manufacturers have deals all throughout the year. And so you need to just basically keep tabs on what the manufacturer is offering month to month. And I experienced this really closely when I worked for Ram, because what I would see is there would be rebates released during 1 month, and then rebates would be released for another month, and they would be slightly different, but not all that different. But the advertising sometimes was significantly different. It's like, oh, this is our big deal of the year. And it's like, well, last month you were giving a $4,000 rebate, and this month you're giving a $4,250 rebate. Like, yeah, it's more discount, but it's not a big sale like they advertise. So I guess also part of it is advertising. Now, on the other hand, when it comes to dealership sales, Black Friday dealership sales, construction sales, whatever the dealership has worked up, right? Sales. They'll always just throw out something to make you think that they're having a sale. It's not as legit as the manufacturers, because you have to remember, these dealers are ultimately paying a fixed cost for new vehicles. And when it comes to used vehicles, it's just whatever the used market is doing at that current time. And so if they're quote unquote offering a sale, in reality, it's a deal that you could get any time of the year, because they didn't pay less for the vehicle because all of a sudden they're having a Black Friday sale. It's like they paid a certain amount for that vehicle, and they can sell you that vehicle for that amount whenever they want. They're just choosing to say that they're giving you a better deal during Black Friday or whenever they're doing their big sale. Again, it's all advertising. So on the dealership side of things, it's all advertising. However, what I will say is, for buyers that aren't as educated, that don't understand this stuff, it actually can be more of a sale for them, because maybe a dealer is offering invoice pricing during Black Friday, where a educated buyer could get invoice pricing any time of the year, but someone who's not educated, doesn't know how to negotiate to that price, goes and gets invoice pricing during a Black Friday sale because that's just what that dealer was doing. So it can help out people that just don't know as much about the car market. But for those of you that are watching this video, it's not really going to do much for you, because you already know where the prices should be, and you know that the dealerships can offer those prices whenever they want. However, there are certain times where you can get an especially good deal. Now, the thing that you always hear about is that the end of the month is the best time to purchase from a dealership, because dealerships are always trying to push really hard at the end of the month. And this can sometimes be true, but sometimes it's not true. What I experienced when I worked at the Ram dealership is sometimes we would be really close to hitting what was called our truck number. And the truck number was basically a number of trucks sold per month, to where the manufacturer would give us a big check saying, hey, good job for selling that many trucks. And so if we were really close to hitting that number, we were blowing trucks out. Like, we were selling them for so cheap just to get that number. Whereas if we were nowhere close to hitting the number, then it was like, yep, there's no point. And so the deals weren't nearly as good. And then if we already blew past the truck number, then again, it was a situation where it's like, yep, there's no point in discounting these vehicles crazy amounts, because we've already hit the number. We've already, gotten the pile of cash. And so you basically just have to come in at that time where the dealership is about to hit that number, whether, again, this isn't just with Ram, this is with pretty much every single manufacturer. They'll have these volume goals for their respective dealers, to where they'll pay them out if they hit a certain volume amount. You're just going to have to be in the know. And the best way to be in the know with this situation is just to build a relationship with a dealership and let them know, hey, if you're ever close to hitting this number, and if you ever want to give a crazy deal because you want to hit that number, just give me a call, right? That's why building relationships with dealers can be so important, because it can get you access to deals that aren't going to be advertised. We're putting out like radio or TV ads saying, hey, we need to sell 2 more trucks to hit our truck number. It was more like I was calling my customers that I was working truck deals with and saying, hey, I know that I gave you a price that was this amount, but I can sell that truck to you today for $5,000 less so we can hit our truck number. Come in and sign up, right? And so unless you already have that relationship built up, you're not going to be offered these deals. The next big buying time that you hear about is the end of the year, right? The end of the year deals are the best deals because dealerships and manufacturers are trying to hit volume goals, and there is some truth to this. However, again, you have to understand that it is really dependent on the specific manufacturer and the specific dealership. If a dealership is nowhere near hitting a particular goal that they're trying to hit, then they're not incentivized to sell cars for any less than what they would sell them for any other month, because that would in turn lower the overall amount of gross profit that they would be able to make. And so if you're going to get like an especially good end of the year deal, you just have to be in the know. And so it's, again, going back to the previous point where you have to have already built that relationship with a dealership so that they can contact you and say, hey, here's the deal. I know that I was going to sell this car to you for $50,000, but I can now sell it to you for $45,000 so we can hit our end of the year number, right? It's the same thing as the end of the month deals, but just walking in and being able to get an especially good deal at the end of the month or the end of the year, it's not really any better than any other time of the year, frankly. So how can you use this information to help you out as a buyer? First off, you need to have pricing history on vehicles that you're looking into purchasing when it comes to new cars. So let's say you're looking to purchase a brand new F-150. Literally all you have to do is just go look at what those vehicles are selling for and just jot down the prices. So then when you get offered that special Black Friday deal, then you know, oh wait, that is actually $500 less than what this truck has been going for normally, or oh, the truck is actually $500 more than what it's been going for because the dealership is just doing dealer advertising. And so that's the first thing, is have pricing history on the vehicles that you are planning on purchasing. And I don't think that this is too much of a stretch for the average person, because most people spend at least 20 plus hours researching a vehicle before they purchase it. And most people don't purchase a vehicle within like the same week of them thinking of purchasing it, right? Most people spend months and sometimes even a year or more to purchase a vehicle. And so that is more than enough time for you to get a pretty solid pricing history on a vehicle. Just every single week or every single month, just go jot down again what those vehicles are selling for, so then you know. And then on top of that, you can easily find what invoice prices are online with new vehicles. And so then you also know how much markup that dealership has in a vehicle. So again, if they're offering some special deal, then you know, oh, well, they're actually just selling it for $500 over invoice when they normally sell it for, $1,500 over invoice, and I could get that $500 over invoice any time of the year. So again, this isn't a special deal, so there's no reason for me to buy now rather than buying any other time of the year, basically. So again, that's where that pricing history comes into play, and then your research into that invoice pricing as well. And then, like I said throughout the video, build relationships with dealers. This is something that is extremely underrated. The advice that you constantly get is that you need to go and shop with a million different dealers and you need to just beat the living crap out of them, and that's how you're gonna get the best price. That will get you a good price. That will not get you the best price. The best prices that I have ever gotten on vehicles are with dealers that I have consistently purchased from several times, because again, that relationship is built. And so, when they have a good deal, then they're going to offer that deal to me because they know that I've been a good customer. That is going to sum things up for a video talking about the Black Friday deals that people fell for. And you know what? People actually got pretty good deals over the weekend, but if you want the best possible deal, then you can't just go with the crowds. You got to do a little bit more work than that. That'll sum things up. I'll see you guys.